Do you work with a lot of women?
Not a lot. When I first started on the road, I was the only female on duty for the entire county per shift.
Charlotte County is trying to bring more women into law enforcement. They're joining a nationwide campaign pledging to increase the number of women to 30% of its staff by the year 2030.
NBC2's Samantha Serban is explaining the benefits of having more women behind the badge.
This is the first job that I actually feel like I am meant to do.
People in Charlotte County may know her as Corporal Shelley Havel, but behind the vest, the now 15-year law enforcement vet didn't always know this would be her path in life.
When I got here in 2008, the only jobs that were opening were 911 dispatchers. So I applied and got hired. And I worked in dispatch for 4.5 years. Went to the academy at 42, graduated at 43, and then I was on the road. And I've been on the road ever since.
At first, she was the only woman around, oftentimes being sent to sensitive calls.
If you're a female victim of sexual assault, a lot of times you're more comfortable speaking with a woman. And you can communicate and talk about details that may not be comfortable to share with a man.
That compassion and comfortability is one of the 5 reasons a new campaign is focusing on increasing the number of women in law enforcement. It's called 30 by 30, bringing the number of women on the force up to 30% by 2030.
I really do think that it's not for everyone. Do I think as a female, if you're called to the job, you could do it? I do.
CCSO Public Information Officer Claudette Smith is taking charge with the campaign locally. Charlotte County is the only agency in Southwest Florida taking the pledge.
I really do hope that other sheriff's office locally do join the campaign.
Currently, CCSO is 15% women. Statistically, they're above the national average in terms of women on board, which is 12%. But there's still room for improvement.
It is not about making it easier for women. The standards are still the same. You still have to have the same skills and requirements as any male. It's just finding the right people.
People like Havel, who has a heart for the community.
It takes a special type of person to be able to deal with these types of calls on a daily basis.
A person who is mentally strong, facing some of life's most horrific crimes head on and finding closure.
We discovered child porn on a phone. The little kids get me. So we discovered child porn on a phone, and I researched the family, and I was able to identify the person by the tattoos on his torso in reference to the photos. And from there, we got a search warrant, had DCF take the kids, and it started a whole investigation. And that gentleman ended up serving, well, he's currently serving 24 years.
Another obstacle, the physicality. If anyone can be an example, it's the 5'2" corporal.
I doubted my physical ability initially. I didn't doubt my ability to do the job. I struggled with if I could physically do it and what would happen if I came face to face to a man that wanted to fight me.
In the 15 years since she graduated the Public Service Academy, Corporal Havel's overcome that concern and gained immeasurable confidence, knowing her words have stronger power than weapons at times, something she hopes other women consider if they're called to serve.
Anybody that has a desire can do this job, but I think a lot of times people are afraid of the unknown, afraid of what if I can't, but you never know if you can until you try.
I'm local in Charlotte County. Samantha Serban, NBC2.